How to build generational wealth. Well, I am the queen of this because I made up a lot of this stuff. You know, when I was pregnant with my son, Logan, January 8th, 1999, I said, I'm going to be a single mom and I'm going to do it different. So I'm going to tell you a few things that absolutely changed the way that I not only became a millionaire, I built generational wealth really quickly. A couple things I'm going to talk about. Number one is, how do you leverage debt wisely? Like really use debt and understand it. Number two, how do you add a lot more income to the line? And then number three, with that, how do you invest for really great returns? All of that added up should be a really low tax bracket, done the way I'm going to teach you to do it. So get a pen and paper. We have a lot to talk about. The final thing I want to talk about is, how do you put your kids into this from before they were born? Like the minute Logan was born and my daughter Tristan was born, they were employed. They had Roth IRAs by the first week of their lives, and it has not stopped since. So it's a very active parenting strategy. So let's start with number one, debt. How do you leverage debt really smartly and in a healthy way to really leverage and grow your wealth? Well, most people would tell you, right? Dave Ramsey, Susie Orman, most traditional firms that teach money or think they teach money. Actually, they don't even teach money. They just hold your money and give you fees for it. But they're going to tell you, go be debt free. We're going to say you're going to manage your debt. See, debt is just the cost of money. Write that down. I say this over and over. Many of you don't know it. Debt is the cost of money. So when you can get debt, credit cards, lines of credit at 0% for 21 months, it's free. You can do the same 21 months and go get a hard money lender. You're going to pay anywhere between 12, 15% and probably 3 or 4 points. So why would you pay that much when you can actually get 0% money? Yes, you're going to be in debt. Yes, it might look and breathe like a credit card. Who cares? It's what you can do with it that's going to help you leverage it. So a lot of the reasons why most of you won't go into good debt is because you don't know what to do to make the money to pay for it or have an investment that can actually pay for it. So you don't know the real dynamics that create a healthy debt structure to create good debt to leverage. The obvious things you should never pay off are your house. Like, why would you pay off 2 and 3% loans? Now, if you got caught and trapped in this high interest rate and inflation environment just recently and you're over 5%, then I think you should restructure your home loan. But if you're down in the 2s and 3s, leave it alone. It's cheap money. Student loans, cheap money. EIDLs, cheap money. That's actually, I told my son the other day, that's generational. For 3.37 or 3.25 or whatever that EIDL was. I mean, why would we can arbitrage that inside the company. We can use that to grow. So why would you ever pay off that kind of money when it's not available anymore? Why would you pay off a car loan unless, again, it's above 4 and 5? Now, 4 and 5 is my new number. So if you've watched videos from before, I would say 0 to 3 is low. But right now, with interest rates as high as they are, inflation as high as it's going to stay, write that down too. It's going to stay. People, get it together. You can't ask for a high wage and increase salaries. Everything's gone up. So when the wage increase is stuck so high, what are you going to do? Like, take the money away from the people you paid? Not going to work that way. That means the prices are going to get passed through to the consumer, and we're going to have inflation, and it's just going to be a new way of living. It's just going to become the new norm. That's going to be exciting for everybody, which means you're all going to make more money. So make more money, which brings us to number two. How do you create additional sources of income? So if you are a W-2, like if you're a wage earner, right? Somebody pays you, you have a job. The goal isn't to go get a job 2, job 3, and actually just have all these jobs. The goal is that you become an entrepreneur. Now, you may not see yourself as an entrepreneur, but you need to start some side hustles, whatever you want to call them. You need to do it inside of a corporate structure, because a corporation, the company, allows you a lot of deductions. It allows you to write off this. It allows you to write off your vehicle, do a home office. You could do wardrobe. You can do officer and director benefits. There's all these benefits that are deductions that you can actually utilize when you're in corporate structure. So the money's made inside the company, not to you, not as a sole proprietor. You are already a W-2 earner and you make too much money already, so you don't need any more money. And what you're going to do is move a lot of those life expenses that are deductions out of your sole proprietor yourself and give them to the company. We'll teach you legally how to do all that stuff. I have huge teams of people around me that will do that for you. They do it for me, and we live corporate life. So if you don't know how to live corporate life, because I made up the term, I want you to go to our Millionaire Intensive, and down in the description is always 2 free tickets available at all times for you. So go grab them, bring as many people as you want. And once a month, we teach an 8-hour class, 10 to 6, and you get a marketplace, which means you can come there and marketplace. If you've already been before, come again and come again and come again. Why? Because 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, the last 3 hours, you get to sell your stuff. And you say, well, I just don't like selling like that. Too bad. If someone does not give you a credit card, you are not making any money. Just because you intend it doesn't mean it's going to just show up in your bank account. Someone has to pay you. ACH, a wire, Bitcoin, Zelle, I don't care how you make money, a credit card. Someone has to pay you for a product or service that you provided to them. So what are you good at? What are your skills? What are your interests? What are your hobbies? How do you make that a business? Come join us. Let me teach you how to make money. I'll have a program that a lot of you probably need that have never been an entrepreneur before, because that first $100,000 is the hardest money you'll ever make as an entrepreneur. Why? You don't know how to market as an entrepreneur. You don't know how to sell. In fact, you've already decided you hate selling, so we're going to get you over that. And you got to understand how to manage cash flow and pay bills strategically. So let's get some extra money. And then with that extra money, you're going to activate all these deductions. And then number 3, you're going to invest it wisely. And you say, well, I don't know how to invest. Well, I have a great book. It's called Wealth Cycle Investing. So inside Wealth Cycle Investing, you need to invest in depreciating assets. So if you just put it all in the stock market, you're going to end up with more tax, more capital gains. So you got to buy real estate, gas and oil, mineral rights, water rights, IP, aviation. There's all sorts of ways to use other investments. So to get a low tax return, it's not only the money you make and the deductions and the corporate structure and the trust, it's how you invest your money. No one's telling you that. Everyone's leaving that part behind. So get it to the forefront and notice the integration that we just put together for you. It's why what we do is so different than anyone else in the world. And there isn't another company. Go try to find one. They all segregate, just like the financial services world. Some might offer tax, some might offer corporate structure, some offer trust, some offer financial planning, some offer insurance. How are you putting it all together? That's where we come in, help you advocate and navigate for that generational wealth. So how do you build generational wealth? You make more money, you leverage debt, you use all of as much income as you can in corporate structure, and then you invest it wisely. The pattern of millionaires and people with generational wealth is make it, invest it, make it, invest it. It is not make, spend, and then be debt free. That's the pattern of the broke. We are the Millionaire Maker community. So if you want to roll and do it quickly, 3 to 5 years, we know how to do it. Now, before I talk about the last point, which is how do you bring those kids in? And if you don't have kids, you should get them. They're tax deductible. I want you to subscribe to my channel. I want you here 5 days a week. We are here, family friendly. 5-year-old and up can listen to this channel. It's all been edited and buffered to be family friendly for you. I raised my kids as a single mom. Yeah, had a few marriages in there, but that really didn't work out very well. We have this theme, a man is not a plan. So women get to the playing field, men get to the playing field. You all have the ability to make more money, invest more money wisely, use debt wisely, use every tax deduction possible. And if you're not a U.S. citizen, a lot of our folks, as you grow and as you become wealthier, you end up with an American company because our structure is so much more beneficial. So again, I want you here 5 days a week and share, make comments. If there's topics you want me to talk about, put it in the comments section. And again, if income is your number one problem, you need to go make money. We have a 100K program. Again, that 100K is the hardest money you're going to make. We have a guarantee, 365 days, you'll make $100,000 doing whatever you want to do. We're going to guide you, mentor you. And then I have a very strict 52-week protocol. You do everything we say for 52 weeks. Most people by about month 8 or 9 are making $100,000 and on track. So then they upgrade to the big table and away we go into the whole community. Now, how do you add those kids? Well, first of all, if you don't have this, you need to get this. 87 points. And even if you're in your 40s and 50s, these 87 things are what you coulda, shoulda, woulda done when you were 0 to 20. So the book is broken down into age categories. It's brilliantly done. We're an award-winning book in many categories, from best-selling business to best-selling personal finance. And how do you do it with your kids? You got to employ them through corporate structure. Proper corporate structure, you employ your kids. Now they're employed. You say, what do they do from 0 to 7? They're a model, and you build calendars and you put them into your marketing. You say, well, I don't have marketing yet. You will. You need it. You can put them on social media with you if you so choose. I do that very, very sparingly. I'm very highly protective of my children and our privacy. So I made that choice early in my career. Not like Grant Cardone and the Kardashians and some of those that are willing to let you into their family and your bathtubs and all of your bedrooms. Not going to happen in this world. I'll show you some cool stuff as I go along my journey and what I do. If you really, really want to get to know me, then hire me privately and just come hang out with me for a day. You better bring your running shoes. We're going to go really fast. So what else do you do with the kids? You get them oriented to money, right? Again, this is a tell-all on my side of how I made my kids millionaires by 10 and then create a generational wealth through corporate structure and trust. By 4 years old, My kids had businesses, little businesses. A smoothie business is what Logan had. Tristan had a little paper wallet making business. She did little different arts and little sticky steins. She did little, jewelry things. So it's the little stuff. It's just getting them thinking that mom and dad aren't my bank. I'm going to have to figure out how to make some money. And I'm not going to mom and dad. So also in the link below, there is an iFlip link. It's a free app that we use to invest in the market. And a second link on Gravy Stack, which is how to get your kids in this mindset of being entrepreneurial. How can they create their own economy, create their own monthly income? So kids are just a huge part of this integrated conversation that you need to bring them in. So if you have any questions at any point, go to askloral.com, AskLoral, ask questions, make requests. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Go read my books.